Good morning, and in this video I want to talk about the secret characteristic that I often observe in top 1% performers, especially when as it relates to salespeople. And it's not my style to hold this back to the end of the video, so we'll dive right into it right now. And that characteristic is that they're willing to do what they don't want to do in order to get what they need to get. Now, bear with me as I explain what I mean by this. So if we think about the average salesperson's life, it in many cases will start with the fact that they need to generate demand or create pipeline. Now, there's not many salespeople that enjoy doing that part of the job. I'm pretty sure if I surveyed 100 salespeople, probably at least 90% would say that they don't enjoy it. And in many cases, because they don't enjoy it, they just avoid it completely, or they leave it to the end of the day, or they deprioritize it and they try and rely on their company giving them a good stream of inbound leads. That's become the mentality for many. But what I see from that elite 1% is that they are willing to do the very things that they don't necessarily want to do or don't necessarily enjoy, but they do it because they understand the importance of the outcome to them. Now, that's the very difference. And I think about that in large portions of my life where it's been a case of there's been many things that I don't particularly want to do, but I get them done because the outcome is the thing that's ultimately important. And sometimes to get the outcome in life, you're not going to be able to do the glamorous work to get there. Look at any elite performer, whether it's in sales, whether it's an athlete, whether it's someone like a Bill Gates and Elon Musk, or someone that's achieved great things within their career. When you listen to podcasts or them telling their stories or walking through interviews, a lot of it is riddled with challenging time and hurdles that they had to overcome, that they didn't necessarily want to put themselves in those positions, right? You hear about Elon Musk talk about sleeping in the office. You hear about Jeff Bezos talk about sleeping in the office. And you can tell from their interviews that wasn't something they enjoyed, but they deemed it as a necessary step in order for them to achieve the level of greatness that they wanted to achieve. And of course, the outcomes that they've been able to go on to achieve pretty much speak for themselves. Now, this mindset and this approach isn't for everyone. I know that and I get that. And that's often why there is a top 1% and then there's everybody else. Because your willingness to endure and to accept what must be done in order to get an outcome can be one of the single biggest ingredients that sets you apart from everyone else in a pretty crowded field of millions and millions of salespeople around the world. And it's important when you think about what I just said there. There's millions of salespeople around the world. There's millions of companies. There's tens of thousands of software businesses. And so when you ask yourself, what's going to set you apart from the 7+ billion people in this world? What's going to set you apart? When most people want comfort and most people want to do what feels just like the norm and the status quo, who are you going to be in those moments? This is where you have a decision to make. Are you willing to endure and accept the less glamorous parts of your day job in order to get you to where you want to be? And often what that is determined by is how truly important is it what you're saying you want to achieve? How truly important is it to you? Is it something that you kind of want? Is it something that you sort of want, which is what it is for most people? Or is it something that you are willing to put your neck on the line to achieve? Are you truly unstoppable in your pursuit of what you're saying you want? And if you're a salesperson, when it comes to generating pipeline and generating demand, whether it's glamorous or not, if you truly want the outcome, it's something that's absolutely necessary to your day-to-day. So just think about that and consider that. Ask yourself if you're the kind of person that sort of wants it, or you're the kind of person that is truly willing to do whatever it takes. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you've got any questions, you can DM me, or again, I'll respond in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one.